finally, hopefully getting around to selling my NB. I'm driving to meet someone so that they can take a look at it and test drive it. I ended up listing it originally for about $5,000 and didn't really get many people interested. So then I started to sell a few things. So like I sold my hardtop and I sold the roll bar. And then basically the money I made off of that made me reduce the price down. Right now I have it listed for about $3,600. So for $36,000, the guy's going to be getting a 1999 Miata MB with 162,000 miles on it. It's going to have my 15x9 Avanti Storms, the 10 Street Advance or Tane Street Advance coilovers, the Flying Miata front rear sway bar, the unknown brand header, the ISR header back exhaust, the Canon Typhoon intake, the Momo steering wheel and NRG quick release. Let's see what else is there. The MV2 front conversion with the MV2 headlights and MV2 front bumper, and the leather seats that the car already came with. So really the only thing that he's kind of missing out on that I originally was trying to sell at the car was the hardtop and the roll bar. Like I said, I have it listed for $36,000, and right now he's making me a full price offer. When he actually sees the car and test drives it, hopefully he doesn't try to lowball me. I know a lot of people like to do that. Say, yeah, I'll pay the full price, but then when you actually show up, they end up trying to charge you something different. One thing I'd like to say is this car, it feels so much different than the NC. I love my NC. It's a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more civil. It still handles really well. But the NB Miata, and I'm assuming the NA also, like I've rode in one, but I haven't driven one, it's just raw. You feel every bump, you hear every little creak and crack. My exhaust obviously is louder, but you can hear all that. I think it's a little more fun to drive. It's a little more of a driver's experience. But in the end, I'm really happy that I have my NC. I can make it louder with exhaust. I'm sure I could harshen up the suspension. Right now I have my dampening set to the middle. I can make it a little more harder of a ride like you would if you were going to go to a track or autocross. But right now it's pretty comfortable and I like it. It's going to be sad to let this go, but I couldn't really have that many cars. And I took a loan out on my NC, so really selling this car is going to help me pay down some bills to make that loan not such a big deal. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. If you're ever in the market for an MB Miata, I think they're great cars. If you're in the market for an NC Miata, realize it's not going to be as raw of a feeling, but just as quick, if not quicker, and just as fun, just not every little sound you hear. Some people might get annoyed by that, but every little sound you hear, every little bump you feel, I don't really mind it too much. Main reason I really went the NC route is I wanted a 2.5 swap it. I wanted to possibly maybe even turbo later down the road. In the end, I think it was just a better car for me for commuting back and forth as much as I do. So I'm happy I did it. We'll see what happens with this ME. If it gets sold or not, I'll let you guys know in a minute. Hey guys, so didn't sell the Miata. Just had a weird experience. Guy told me to meet him in front of the bank, and when I get there, he told me he had to go into work, that he would send his friend out to come take a look at the car. So this guy comes out, kind of eccentric looking, kind of odd, comes up to me and says, "Hey, is this the car that you're selling?" I said yes. I had a friend there with me who had an NC Miata, looked really good, and he's like, "Oh, is this guy selling his car?" My friend said no. So he takes a look more at my car, and then he says to my friend, "Are you sure you don't want to sell your car?" And my friend says no. So he decides to take my car for a test drive, parts that were done, and he doesn't know what adjustable dampening is. Asked me to explain it to him, and then I showed him where the sway bars are that I put on. He didn't know what a sway bar was, but he takes the car around, notices that there's a little tear in the top, and I told him that I didn't have a catalytic converter. So he says, all right, well, I think it's a good car. I'll let my coworker know, and he'll come out to buy it. As soon as this guy gets into the bank, I send who I think is buying the car a text message. Hey man, are you interested? Your friend just got done test driving it. Well, the guy calls me, and it sounds like the exact same guy that just came and test drove the car. So I don't know if he was pretending to be someone else or whatever the case may be. But he asked me if I called him. I said no. So we pretty much hang up. And then he sends me a text message. Hey man, I looked at a different Miata, and that guy was offering to sell it to me for $1,500 cash. Now mind you, I was selling my car for $3,600 cash. And he says if I want to sell it for $1,500 cash right now, then he would buy it. And I told him, no man, I'm not going to do that. He asked me what the lowest I would go is. I told him $3,300 cash. He comes back with, I don't want to do that much. How about $2,500? And that's just too low for me. It's not really worth it for me to sell this car. He asked me what parts I have on the car, which was odd because I already had it listed and what parts were on there, but he wanted to know how much the parts cost. So I gave him retail value on everything that was on the car, and he comes back and he says, I'll pay $3,300 if you put a cat on the car and if you replace the soft top. So I come back with, I'll replace the soft top and put a cat on the car if you pay the full $3,600. The way I'm looking at it is I can get a soft top online, eBay, maybe $200 to $400. So that puts me at $3,200. And then as far as putting the cat on the car, the guy really didn't know what he was doing. I have a friend that I know that's selling or has a stock exhaust. So I was just going to get the stock exhaust off of him, maybe sell him my ISR exhaust. Sorry, my camera dropped. Maybe sell him my ISR exhaust and then call it good. But the guy pretty much says no, he doesn't want to do that, and then he offers over text again to buy my friend's car. So we threw a crazy price out there, like 15 grand for 2009 NC2, and the guy counters with 13. So I tell my friend 13, and my friend's like, shoot, I don't even know if it's really worth that much, but I don't want to sell it. So I told him he's not interested, and he says, all right. And I'm like, look man, I don't want to waste your time, you're wasting my time. I'll do $3,300, lowest price I'll go, $3,600 if you want me to fix this stuff, otherwise I'm leaving. So pretty much he stops responding to me. So my friend's NC, like I said, it's 2009. It has an intake, and then it has an exhaust, or headers and mid-pipe. I told him I kind of wanted to take it for a drive because he plans on tuning it really soon. So we went for a little bit of drive. When I was done with the drive, I sent that guy pictures of my NC. Told him I'd sell it for 10 grand. I was just throwing a crazy number out there. And he comes back with, bring the car to me, I'm interested. I'm not going to play this game anymore. So I told him he could come to me, and if he comes to me, then I'll be interested in selling him the car. The crazy thing is I bought that NC for 6 grand. The wheels, the tires, the coilovers, probably it would be about 85 to 9,000. So really 10 grand, all that really does is give me the opportunity to buy another NC and buy the same parts all over again, which I really don't feel like doing. But if the guy wants to show up to my house and give me 10 grand, then whatever, I might actually do it. Maybe I'll just pay off the NC, keep the extra cash, and do something to the NB, I don't know. But really, in the end, I wasted my time. It was about an hour drive there, about an hour drive back, and I really didn't get much out of it other than being able to test drive my friend's NC. After test driving his NC, I definitely think that it sounds much better than mine. So more exhaust modifications, since all I have is the muffler and intake modification, is definitely in order. I gotta do it. I hate the way my NC sounds compared to the way his NC sounds. So that's definitely in store. But yeah, didn't sell the MB today. Such a waste of time. I really should have recorded video of this guy coming up. Like I said, he looked different. Didn't really want to judge anyone by the cover or anything. But he just seemed interesting. And he didn't buy my car, so I think judging's in order. I would have took a lowball offer. You know, I put it out there for 36. If he would have came back at like 3, I might have done it. But 25 and 15 is just ridiculous. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you.